everyone, welcome back to my channel. How you all doing? My name is Bilikis. Welcome to a new tutorial which will be on how to make this gathered puffy blouse with yoke, and trust me, it's going to come out very beautiful. So if today is your first time of checking out this channel, you're welcome, and please make sure you subscribe. Check out my other channel, Pattern Drafting with Bilikis and Bilikis Kitchen. You can also follow me on Instagram, Bilikis Signatures, and on Facebook, Sewing Innovation. So to get started, we need to draft on the pattern paper. I'm drafting both the front and the back in just one draft, so just watch out. The first measurement you need is from the nape of your neck to your waist. And for this measurement, I'm working on a bust 38. The length is actually 17 inches. But I'm just going to extend it by 2 more. Why? Because it's like a balloon top, so you need some allowances to make it more puffy and beautiful. So plus the same allowance, that makes it a total of 19 inches, so which is what I have here. The next thing will be half of the armhole measurement, which is 8.5 here. Normally it is 8 inches for her, but because of the style we are making, I'm making it 8.5. So that is all. Then the next thing will be the 3 inches, 8 inches standard. So first, you need to measure 3 inches. And I forgot to tell you, I left 1 inch here. That's for the back seam allowance. There's going to be a zipper at the back, so that's why I left this. But whatever we are doing now will be from this line after the 1 inch. So first you measure 3 inches, mark a point, then 8 inches, mark a point. So from this 8 inches, you come down by 1 inch and also mark a point. So just draw a line across the 3 and 1 inch point, that's way. Then you need to insert your shoulder measurement. For her, it is 15 inches divided by 2 will give us 7.5. So from here, 7.5 is here. You come to the chest line and also measure 7.5 to determine the armhole line. After doing that, the next thing is to insert the horizontal measurement. Our bust measurement is 38, as I've said, divided by 4, that will give me 9.5. Then you need to add 1 inside seam allowance to it, which makes it 10.5. You don't need any dart for this style. Then you just go to the waist area. There's no dart, so all you have to do is to insert same measurement here straight down, but instead of the 10.5, I can just make it 10. It doesn't make any difference, trust me. Good. So the next thing we are going to do is to determine how off you want the yoke to be, so you can make it either 6 inches to 7. So like for her, I can just make it 6.5. So 6.5 is fine. So for myself, I will do as much as 7. So that is off. So the next thing I'm going to do is to work on the yoke. So all you are just going to do now is this. First, let's mark the armhole. Get the midpoint from the 1 inch you came down by and divide it into 2. So half of whatever you have here. So with my armhole, I'm just going to mix that stuff here. We are using the same armhole for both the front and the back. The next thing, just come down from the shoulder line by 2.5. For a plus size, you could make it up to 3, or somebody that is tall, but 2.5 is just fine for armhole measurement of 8 to 9. So 10, you can make use of 3. So here I have 2.5. Here, the next thing now is you will need your round armhole shoulder measurement around your shoulder, your bicep region. So whatever measurements you have, you need to take note of that. For her, it is 44. So that 44 will be divided by 4, which will give us 11 inches. So note that. So just come to this area we came down by 2.5. Insert 11 inches. 11, that point is here. Good. So just get your armhole curve and mark that. You see? So the next thing we are going to do now is just make a curve. Can you see the way I did that? So we are going to blend that into this particular of the shoulder, how off we want the yoke to be. Let me see what I'm doing. So that's what we want to have. Okay, that's good. So let's go to the neckline. So for the back, we are just going to make that 1 inch, and the front will be 3 inches. So for the neck width, I can use 2 inches for her, 2.5 inches for her, which is okay because it depends on the type of neckline you want to have. But I could just maintain the 3 inches to if I want. That's it. So that of the back will be extended. I'll show you how to cut for both, and this is the front. Add 1/2 inch, also here 1/2 inch, because by the time we join it together, we need the seam allowance. Have to extend the yoke on. So you are cutting the back neckline first. So after we cut it out on the fabric, then we can trim the front. So this is it, and then I'll cut the ready. The pattern we have the yoke and the main dress. So let's quickly cut out the yoke. So I'm making use of this fabric. Please, when you're making yours, use a very nice lacy net for yours. I just have to make do with what I have. So remember I wrote add 1/2 inch, so I'm going to add 1/2 inch all around the yoke and then cut it out. I'm just going to eyeball it, but please measure yours. This is what the back looks like. So that's how you're going to cut the front. I'm going to split that open. Let me see what I have. So let's finish this. So now I'm going to cut the front. Cut out the front. So this was the back and this is the front. This is what the front looks like. So now let's cut the main fabric for the sleeve. All I did is to get some fabric and fold for both the front and then the back. So I have 4. So the first thing we'll do is to get the measurement of what we have here. Here we have about 10.5. So when you times that by 3, so that's like 31.5. So here I have a fabric of 32, which is okay. And just place your paper on it. Remember we wrote add 1/2 inch. So that has been added. So that's what we have. So that will be a very long strip of fabric. So that will be gathered. So it will be gathered and then attached to the upper part. Let me see that before we attach the sleeve. All I did is to fold 2 fabric the same way, 1 for each side. Then you are going to use your actual sleeve length here. Yes, it's like can hug the shoulder, but use your actual sleeve length because there's going to be an elastic band and then you want some puffiness, so that is why you just have to use that. Here I have 22, so it is 22 for her, so here I have 22 and a half. Then for the width, all I made use of is 25. All you have to do is the armhole measurement is 8 inches, just multiply that by 3. So here I have about 24 and a half, and here I have 25, so which is fine. So all you just have to do is to place this main pattern, place it here and just trim it off. That is it. So the sleeves are ready, so let's start sewing up. Is to attach each of the lower one to the yoke. So what I will do is this is the front. I've marked the point whereby I'm going to stop this way. So I'm just going to gather it up and attach to the yoke. I'm going to do the same thing to the back. I've attached the gathered part to each other, can you see? And this is the back separated. So beautiful. So the next thing you're going to do is to join it by the shoulder. Make sure right side are facing each other. So on the wrong side, I'm just going to sew 1/2 inch. Also here, 1/2 inch. That way then you need to fix the sleeve. How do you go about that? This is what the sleeve looks like. So all you have to do is to gather this point. Okay, this is what the sleeve looks like. So you have to gather this upper part to whatever measurement you have here, and this very one will be attached to these parts. So that's how you do that. So looking at one here, I have gathered it up. Can you see? So first I'm going to attach to this part before attaching to the main dress. Then I can sew up the sleeve 1 inch from the sleeve to the end of the waist. Beautiful top is ready, and you can see it really came out so beautiful. You can see how the yoke looks beautiful. The next thing you will do is to gather up this waist area to whatever your waist measurement is. Like for her it is 30 inches, so I have to gather it up to have 30 inches. And you can also see the sleeve, you can see that. So awesome. The next thing you are also going to do is to add elastic to the wrist area, your sleeve opening. So those are the things you have to do. So I will put it on the mannequin for you to really see what we made. How it's looking beautiful. Look at the bicep region aligning with the front. Just imagine using a tulle net, a lacy net. It's just going to come out so beautiful because it will be dropping more than this cotton lace I made use of. So just give it a try, and if this tutorial has been helpful, don't forget to give me a giant thumbs up. If you are interested in the monthly online classes and sewing tools, please use the contact number in the description box below. Bye guys.